Today I have absolutely no idea what I'm going to be talking about, so welcome to one of my random update videos, which will be just as much of a surprise to me as will be to you, and it might make sense and it might not, because apparently I'm not very able to speak today. Hey folks, it's Finn. Welcome back, lovely people. Welcome to another video. It's been a while. Apparently it's been 2.5 weeks, and I feel like I should do one of those confessions again, where it's like, hello, my name's Finn. It's been 2 weeks since my last video. Hello, if you're tuning in to one of my videos for the very first time, my name's Finn, and I don't make regular videos, and I would love to apologise for that, but I'm trying my best not to apologise and to just accept the fact that this is how it is. I have a chronic illness and I cannot stick to a schedule. I cannot beat myself up about the fact that I cannot possibly expect myself to do things on schedule as much as I would like to. And that might possibly be the subject of today. I don't know. All I know is that it's been 2.5 weeks and I'm frustrated and I want to make a video because I just want to say hello, because I didn't want to make a video, but I did want to make a video, but I didn't want to make a video, but I did want to make a video. Hello, welcome to one of my random videos. So this is just going to be an update, because do you know what, it's just, I said, didn't I, a while back when I started to make these really raw, random, weird videos, that I was just going to press record once a week, even when I wasn't feeling great, and just say how it is, you know, just to move away from like the really polished videos that were causing me so much stress to try and make and keep up with, and just to go back to just using my phone, word fell out of my head then, no whistles and bells, just to sit on my sofa, use my phone, press record, you know, just to take the stress off, just to keep up with content. So, you know, what's held me back is because for the last 2 weeks I've been worrying about shoulds again, you know, that I should be making this kind of video, that I should be making that kind of video, and it's held me back from making any video whatsoever. So just to break that, here I am pressing record and making a video that none of us, including myself, know what it's about yet. So let's just call this a catch-up, really, shall we? I've been in a bit of a crash for the last couple of weeks. A crash, if you're new to my videos, is in regard to ME/CFS, myalgic encephalomyelitis chronic fatigue syndrome. I've just hit a real wall the last couple of weeks, just being in a really peculiar crash where it's been my symptoms more than the fatigue that have been an issue. The fatigue's been bad, but it's been the symptoms that have been really getting me down, like my pain that has been an issue. I've got more pain at the moment with my ME than I've had the whole time I've had ME, and it is really, really getting me down. It's been really quite difficult. But I think also what's getting me down is my mood. My mood is quite low at the moment, and I think a lot of that's coming from frustration. And ironically, because it's ME Awareness Month. Well, it's almost the end of ME Awareness Month now, because by the way, brain fog, cognitive dysfunction is part of ME. And today I'm having extreme trouble stringing a sentence together. So it's the 25th of May today, and May is ME Awareness Month. And I really wanted to make a video for ME Awareness Month. I wanted to make a really sensible, kind of explanatory video about ME. And I think one of the things I wanted to talk about really was, like, it's a year since my official diagnosis, and I wanted to talk about that. And I still do want to talk about that. but I haven't put the video together yet. And I just wanted to use this month to really talk about ME, and I haven't. And I've been really frustrated about the fact that I haven't used this month to talk about ME. I've been really frustrated about that. And it's really hard. It's really, really, really hard. I mean, it's really hard living with ME and just getting on with life. And it's really hard living with ME as a person that speaks openly about ME. I mean, I speak openly about, gender transition, mental health, and ME. So, I want to just get on with living my life, and I also want to continue to do the work I do around speaking out about gender transition and about mental health, and now about ME. And ironically, when you've got no energy and you've got symptoms and all of these things, you can't do these things. It's really frustrating. It's really, really frustrating. And I think I've just had a few weeks of just... It's weird, isn't it, that there's lots of parallels to what's going on right now with my ME, to what went on with my gender transition, and this kind of constant grieving process for time lost. And I'm getting that with ME. I get periods of time where I think, I'm okay, I've got to the point with this illness now where, I'm in a good level of acceptance, and then I'm like, bang, I'm angry again. Because at the moment, I can just really feel how much my life has shrunk, but more than that, how much my life has slowed. And I'm so aware of how much time passes and I stand still, and there's so much I want to do, and I have to spend so much time really slowing myself down to look after myself, that I slow down to look after myself and the rest of the world rushes by. So all the things I want to do just slip by me, and it's really, really frustrating. My naked education thing's been on TV, and there's so many videos I want to make around questions that people had around gender transition and phalloplasty that I still want to do, and it's been ME Awareness Month, and there's so much stuff I want to talk about in regards to that as well. And I've got just loads of ideas, and I have to look after myself around that, and I also have to still enjoy my life. And when you live with a chronic illness like ME, which is, an energy limiting condition, and you have to work so hard to manage your energy, all of these, and my heart rate's just gone up, all of these conditions, and you have to pace, you just got no time to do all these things you really want to do in your life, and it's so annoying. So yeah, that's where I am at the moment. This last couple of weeks, I've just found it, I've been in a bit of a frustration thing about it, but you can't get stressed when you have a chronic illness. It's not good for you. I mean, it has just been, I just keep saying this, there's been a lot going on, isn't there? There's always a lot going on. I mean, all these medication changes I've gone through over these last few months, and I've started on citalopram, on a much lower dose of this antidepressant than I was my last one, and I think that's probably why my mood's quite low. I've started on some of the new meds for my POTS now, my POTS associated symptoms, and I think they're not helping at the moment. Ironically, I've started on melatonin. I'm going to make a separate vlog about this at some point, but it's helped me to sleep straight through the night, which is great, but it makes me more tired. So that's not been great. I've started with a new therapist. Finally, my NHS therapist came through after waiting for a year, so that's good. Got an appeal date for the 8th of June, so I'll hear one way or the other, won't I, whether they'll finally see sense and award me my PIP benefit or not after waiting a year. We'll find out for that, and I think that's weighing on me as well. I mean, it's just been a year, hasn't it? Puppy Pip is growing up, So he's less stressed now, but it has been hard work. I got our new trailer tent, so we've been out and about in that more. My penis has been on telly. Not everybody gets to say that, do they? It's been a lot, so it's not surprising that the last 2 weeks I've kind of like hit a wall. But yeah, it's just been really, 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 really tough. And I think probably seeing a lot of the ME CFS stuff on social media just really, really hits home just how little people know about how debilitating this condition is. You know, it's just one of those conditions that, you know, has just got such bad press over the years. You know, people just kind of think, oh, are you tired? Oh dear, only you knew. You know, it's ironic, isn't it, that people this is because people often say to me, you know, is why is it kind of MECFS and not just why don't you just say why do people say not just call it chronic fatigue syndrome? Because you know it's not just fatigue, and actually fatigue isn't like the main thing, although fatigue is like a big deal in it. The biggest issue with MECFS is actually the post-exertional malaise. That is like the biggest problem with MECFS, because that's the hardest thing, because every tiny little thing you do, you risk a payback of symptoms because of this strange phenomena that happens, that if you don't stay within your small amount of energy that you have, if you go over that small amount of energy by even the smallest tiniest bit, you cause this flare up in even more fatigue and a huge flare up in all the symptoms you have, which is called post-exertional malaise. So that's why it's not called chronic fatigue. That's why it shouldn't be called chronic fatigue syndrome, because it doesn't explain it. You know, it's not the main symptom. This post-exertional malaise is the main symptom. Post-exertional malaise, post-exertional symptom exacerbation. I can never say that word. That's the main symptom. It's trying to avoid that. That's the main issue. Because when that kicks in, there's no end to. We don't know how long it's going to last. And for me, it's just been 2 weeks of it. And it is so really difficult because, you know, it's like, what do you avoid and what don't you avoid? You know, I've been going off loads lately with Chris in our trailer tent. And getting this trailer tent's meant that we could go camping again. But still, it's exhausting. It's less exhausting than the tent, but it's more exhausting than staying home. But if I stay home, I'm going to go bonkers. You know, I'm indoors all week. I made it out of the house this week. I actually walked Pip on my own this week, the first time. Pippity poppity. We haven't made it out of the house on our own yet. It's 5 months. And it's about time we did. So, Pippity poppity, are you ready? We're going to do our first walk on our own. Let's do this. Well, look at us out on our own. We're doing alright, aren't we, Bubs? Doing alright. We've made it round the corner. No dogs are harmed in the making of this scooter outing. You're doing with me okay? With me. Good boy. Good boy. Look at us, eh? Look at us out on our own. Look at us. In the big wide world on our own. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Right, stop. Check us out, eh? Pip, come. Haven't run him over. Haven't lost him. I think I've lost my keys. We'll worry about that on the way back. Yeah, we're doing alright. I'm well proud of us. I'd like to sleep for a week. But hey, it's only taken 5.5 months and we've made it out on our own. Only round the block, like 10 minutes. Probably round the block. That's the first time I've ever walked Pip alone. Had him 5 months. And I was knackered the next day. You know. other than Chris, we're going out at Chris at the weekends. I don't go out, and if I didn't go out, we didn't go out in the trailer tent. I don't know what I'd do. And it's so hard. It's like working, and I kind of say to myself at times, should I even continue doing what I do? I mean, I do a talk every couple of months now. It's good income. It's my only real decent bit of income that I'm still having. My membership stuff, my royalties from my book, it's all a bit of passive income that comes in. It's not much, but it helps to pay off some of my overheads. But, you know, it's still hard work. And I think, should I just stop doing all of it? But it's this, I've spoken about this lots of time, it's this trade-off, isn't it? Of mental health, physical health. So hard. That's what the hardest thing about this condition is. It's this managing post-exertional malaise. It's managing the energy in like what's worth risking going over your energy a bit, and this post-exertional malaise for the sake of your mental health, you know. 15 minutes of me talking about very random stuff today. Told you it was just going to be a random update. I did say I was doing this, didn't I? That I was just going to press record and just tell you what was going on. Puppy Pip's passed out behind me, by the way. You can just about see his furriness. So yeah, this is my random thoughts today. This is what's been going on this last week. Just feeling a bit lost, as you can tell. A bit lost. A bit like... Sometimes I'm like, I've got a real kind of clear, right, it's okay. I'm managing this. It's all right. It's okay. We can do this. And then other times I'm like, I can't do this. It's so hard. I'm exhausted. What am I doing? You know, that's just life though, isn't it? That's just normal. It's normal. Oh dear. So yes, that's where I'm at, people. We're going camping this weekend in Tallulah, which will be our 4th time in Tallulah, and it is actually much easier now. The 3rd time was up in seconds. Chris can now, Chris can now do it himself, as in like pull the trailer tent out. And then I just potter around putting up fairy lights, really, and just like making the kitchen look pretty. It is so much easier. And the fact that we've got like a proper bed and stuff like that, it's really nice. So yeah, I might do some filming of that this weekend. This is just like sitting with me having a cup of coffee in it, where I'm just talking random stuff. Anyway, I'm gonna go. That's it. That's my check-in today. That is my check-in. I will come back next week, perhaps with a more solid vlog about something. But I just wanted to say hello. I am still here. I'm just having a moment. But there you are. I've just shared my moment with you. It's all right, isn't it, folks? This is what happens sometimes. Life gets tough. It passes. It's all one day at a time. Shit happens. You just keep walking. You wipe your shoes and you find cleaner grass. Yeah. Take care of yourselves, folks. Have a good weekend. If you're in the UK, enjoy your bank holiday. It's going to be lovely weather here. So there's lots to smile about. Love you, folks. See you next week.